Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Demon Slayer and I'm so excited about it. If you're joining me early today, it means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much. And as always, I'm sending you those big old hugs right through the screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So I really enjoyed last episode of Demon Slayer. We got a lot of resolution to some of the crazy events of the previous episodes before that. And I really enjoyed, I enjoyed a lot of things. I enjoyed a lot of the surface stuff of just getting to see like, okay, everyone's back together, everyone's recovering. You know, Tanjiro and Nezuko have won over at least the master and, you know, enough of the Hashira to kind of like not have a problem like they're going to be hunting them or something. But I also enjoyed some of the more subtle things too. Like I got thinking about it between last reaction and this reaction because as you can tell by my shirt, there's about 5 minutes between each. I got thinking about what they were saying about the Demon Slayer Corps and how, you know, they noticed during this incident with Rui and the spider people in the woods that like the upcoming Demon Slayers are not very hardy, it seems like. They're not, I think the gist of what they were trying to say is that it's becoming harder and harder to like train people for that, for the Demon Slayers. And unless like you're on a mission to avenge somebody who a demon killed, or you're just like you were born into a long line of Demon Slayers, it's like getting harder and harder to recruit, you know, to kind of put people in a position where they can competently handle this mission. So I thought that was interesting too, because like I said, I was saying this a little bit in my last reaction at the beginning. I mean, we really didn't know much of anything about the Demon Slayers before like these episodes. We knew Giyu, we knew Orokodaki, and we had seen a couple at the final selection, like, and we had like they showed the master once in there. I know they did, like they showed him once or twice, but we didn't really like know anything about like these are the Hashira. This is why they're Hashira. This is how the Demon Slayer Corps works. And they did a really brief thing in one of the episodes explaining like this is where you start. These are the Hashira. These are like the different ranks and everything, but they kind of have dropped breadcrumbs for us throughout about like what the Demon Slayers are about, and in these last couple episodes they've really like clearly structured it out for us, so that was really cool. But you know, it kind of presents some interesting questions about the Demon Slayers, and you know, who exactly are they, you know, recruiting? How are they getting members, and how does that work? So I wonder if that's something we're going to see more about, like addressed a little bit more down the road, you know, because now we're introducing some new younger characters as well, like how they said her name, and I can't remember the younger butterfly girl's name, and they introduced another girl who was at the butterfly mansion place. So I wonder if we're going to get a little bit more background on that. But our crew has a new mission now. Their mission is to take out one of the 12. So that's going to be like Tanjiro and Nezuko's way of proving themselves a little bit to the group, to the Hashira, and to the master. I love that my boy Tanjiro just went straight for it. He's like, oh, I'll get one of the 12. I'm going to get Kibutsuji. And the master was like, that's very nice. You can't do that right now. Go get one of the 12. And that was a fun little moment. But I want to see more about the master as well, because they've dropped a couple hints about him now, about how he's the 97th leader. They've shown him talking about like the urgency of stopping Kibutsuji. I really want to know what his story is. I really want to see background on him. And for that matter, we really haven't gotten that much background on any of the Hashira yet either. We know their faces, and we know, well, they've said their names. I don't know their names. And we know like their specialty. But other than that, like I want some like good like origin story stuff, you know. I like to dig in and really get to know everybody. So it's great because it really gives us something to look forward to, in addition to seeing more of our crew the main story, and seeing them tracking down Kibutsuji and our great supporting characters that we've built up in Zenitsu and Inosuke. Now we have this whole other like world to explore as well. So it's very exciting. And I am now on the next to last episode of the season. I'm going to be starting episode 24. And I believe there are 26 episodes. I'm not positive about that. Crunchyroll shows me like all of the episodes, but I very rarely look past anything that I'm currently watching because I'm afraid to even see like the title, the little thumbnail, the first like sentence of the description of the episode. So, but I feel like that sounds right in my head. There's 26 episodes. If I'm wrong, don't worry. I will be, it will come up and tell me what I have to watch next. Don't worry. I won't like skip any, I won't like skip the finale or anything. Oh my God, it'd be awful. So you guys, I'm really loving the show. I can't wait to really like just dish out my complete season 1 thoughts with you once I'm caught up. And I'm dying to see what happens in these last few episodes. And I'll tell you what, there's only one way to find out, and that is to go ahead and get started on the next episode of Demon Slayer. Let's do this. Okay, that was so good. So there were quite a few things by that episode that I really, really enjoyed. I will talk quickly first about the little moment we had at the end there, because I was just saying that like I really want to get to know the Hashira more. I want to get to know all these new characters a little bit more and like learn about their background and what motivates them. And it's so interesting to me that she and Tanjiro had a similar experience, and that, you know, her sister firmly believed in, you know, trying to see the good even in demons, and that's something that she struggles with carrying on herself. That's really, really cool. I can't wait to see more of her now. It's funny how over the last few episodes, I've come to like her more and more and more, Shinobu, because when we first met her, I thought she was cool. Then I was like, whoa, she seems like really intense. And then she was after Nezuko. And now, like, for the last several episodes, I've been like, wow, she has a level head. She's very powerful. And now I know a little bit more about her background as well. So she is one of the ones who I'm assuming got into demon slaying because of a tragic experience. Really good stuff. That was really cool. She seemed legitimately surprised that Tanjiro could smell the anger on her. That was a really cool moment because we don't often get to see her like being taken aback a little bit. So that was a nice touch. Their rehabilitation was not what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be this very holistic, kind of relaxing. And the only one who seemed to find it that way was Zenitsu, who, yeah, it was not for, let's just say his reasoning was not completely related to his health. He had some other reasoning for wanting to do that rehabilitation, which was hilarious. And it even got Inosuke kind of back into fighting mode for a minute, which was really, really fun. I was glad to see him be himself a little bit more. I'm hoping that we'll get to see him recover a little bit more as well. But it's really mind-blowing to think that, you know, I was just watching Tanjiro in that episode where he broke free of the person who was restraining him to launch towards, you know, the Wind Guy and Nezuko. And I was just thinking, like, man, he is so powerful. He is, like, unbelievable that he's able to even, like, not compete on the same level as the Hashira, but he even, like, got in a good shot at the Wind Guy. And to think that there is such a discrepancy between his power and the power of someone who has had more training, who isn't even like a Hashira, but he even said like she had more of the scent of one. Like she's definitely training herself to be a little like better than average. It's crazy to think there's a like that kind of discrepancy in power between him and someone else. Like he's always been like one of the really, really powerful ones that we've seen. But we kind of knew that because Gyu just like with ease took out people that our crew is kind of struggling to take out. So now we've got, he's going to be training harder. He's already training harder. I don't even know how that total concentration breathing would work 24/7, because how can you concentrate on something 24/7? Like, if it becomes automatic, I get it, but then it's not total concentration breathing, it's total automatic breathing. It's just your regular breathing. So I'm really looking forward to seeing more of our boy getting stronger. We know he had mentioned, like, hey, I got to get stronger so that, I can turn Nezuko back into a human, so that she's not all alone someday, which was a really good point. I had not even thought of that. But I have faith in him that he's going to train harder than ever, and really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next. I have 2 episodes left of the season, and I cannot wait to watch them. I'm so tempted to binge, but I'll be good, and I'll just do it on my normal schedule. And but you guys, I'm so loving this show. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please join me next time, and we'll watch it together. And I'll see you then, guys. Bye!